Hi guys, it's Thelightchrissy here, and I'm here to do a reading for what messages Spirit has for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. Please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, to keep in mind that all readings cannot apply to every single person, but this is a timeless reading, so there is no time for this reading. Whenever you're finding it is the perfect time for you. Don't allow a reading to ever overpower your free will in your own life and your own experience, okay? Now, with that being said, I have three different piles of cards here. We're going to see what messages Spirit have for you. I have pile 1 here, which is this shell right here. Okay, then there's pile 2, which is this shell right here. And then this is pile 3, which is this shell right here. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to go ahead and to pause the video if you need to, and then select one of these shells that stands out to you, and then go ahead and join me over for the reading, and I'll have the timestamps for the other ones below. Also, I'm available for private readings. That information will be down below. Once again, thanks for watching. Let's get into it. Hi guys, thank you guys for tuning in. So if you pick this group, then you pick the first little shell right here. And I just have a sense with this particular shell that there's a need for things to go a little bit smoother. There's a need for things to be a little bit more sophisticated. But we'll definitely see more about what this is whenever we get into the cards. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I pulled from my what is the name of this deck? I always forget the names of decks. I'm so horrible. The Archangel Power tarot card. So we have 3 from that. We have the King of Raphael. Sorry, let me just raise this up just a little. We have the King of Raphael, which is the King of Cups. We have the 3 of Ariel, which is the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Gabriel, which is the 3 of Wands, okay? For advice from Spirit, we have peace. All right. We have Pleiades. Okay. And we have Imagine Solutions. Okay. So for this particular person, I want to say that with the Pleiades card right here, this has channeling and uplifting humanity. You have a double mission. So I think for some of you, you're going to be kind of drawn to be led to one path. I kind of see it here. I think that you're waiting on the results to come in from one particular path. You've already set the groundwork. You've already done everything. Spirit wants you to know that the things that you've worked for are actually coming in. Those ships that you sent out for actually coming back in. So the Spirit wants you to know that it's very proud of you for how far you've gone to be able to bring this together. It wants you to know that you're not working in vain. You're not just working for any reason. The things that you have put your energy into will come back to you. Okay. But there is a need for you to not just sit there and wait on those things to happen. There is a need for you to continue to work on whatever skills it is or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is, if it's a relationship, if it's a business, if it's anything like that. This is definitely where you are still actively working at it, and that you're also opening yourself up to working with other people as well with the 3 of Pentacles. 3 and 3, this is just where Spirit is working with you very heavily. For some of you, a number right now for you that may be significant will be 33. Actually, I just turned 33, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, what you're working on is definitely going to come together with both of those 3s here. I think that there's just a little bit there's a little bit of unsettledness, sorry, a little unsettledness about when those things are going to come, okay? So with the King of Wrath right here, he's very cool, calm, and collected about his emotions. I think that what Spirit's messages to you is to, when you're finding yourself in those places to where you're getting a little antsy, where you're waiting on things, to be able to bring a little bit more peace into your life. It says here with the King of Raphael, it says, yes, it is safe for you to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions, okay? So what this is this, another thing here with this Pleiades card, which it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. you guys are here to do more than what you think that you are. I believe that some of you may be, it's like almost like you guys are healers, but maybe not necessarily like someone who's reading tarot cards or someone who is doing Reiki or any of those kind of things. You may be doing something else and inadvertently you're healing people. I don't know if you're really realizing that. So it's just saying that even in the meantime, and for some of you who are not actually working right now, because I do see that kind of going on, there's a goal in the future, but right now you're kind of inactive in it. Of course, with what's going on right now, that could definitely be the case. But it's saying to find things to do with your time, because whenever a project gets stale or when you're waiting on something to come in from one, that can be time for you to put in another one. So it's just like if you order something online, you don't just sit there and not live your life until the thing, well, yeah, we do kind of don't live our lives while we wait on things to come in the mail. But yeah, this is where I feel like this is kind of like that blending things together, blending more than one thing together. That smoothness of things being like that. I feel like whenever you're waiting on one thing, that it creates a space for time for you to work on something else. So it's saying to imagine solutions, okay? And when you find yourself you're back against the wall or at a place, it's time for you to start to look at other opportunities and look at other options and see other ways. It's not that things aren't working, but you definitely could be doing something else with the time in between, okay? It's saying do what you love. A great time of personal growth or artistic endeavors. Work with others in a cooperative manner, okay? So this is where we are playing with others, not being so stuck on where we're going, waiting on those ships to come in, that we're kind of ignoring the things in front of us that that could also bring more of that in. So with you being here on a double mission, this is just to let you know that constantly you're going to be a person who will be able to totally multitask. Different things. So if you've been on the fence, like for example, if you wanted to do one thing, like for example, I have a clothing line that I work on, and I also do tarot card readings. So these are two things. And whenever maybe I'm waiting on the clothes to, me to do something else with my clothing, I can be working on this or vice versa. So these are the different things that I'm kind of talking about. When you're waiting on things to come in, be productive in that time, okay? Because it's saying that prosperity arises from wise planning, all right? When you commit to that, things take flight, okay? It says time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected, okay? So this is really that confirmation that whatever you're working on, whatever's coming in, is already kind of set in stone. So you are free to be able to move on to other things, okay? So this is what I have for you guys. Let's see here. Anything else? Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay. And with that peace thing is, I'm kind of getting this sense of accepting things where they are. This is just, like I said, I keep getting a general sense that this is someone who's like waiting, like, come on. When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? But it's saying that, that Spirit wants you to know that there's something else. There's another mission that you have as well, that the time that you're waiting on one thing to come in, that you can kind of be working on in the meantime, that you're really needing to pay attention to. So let me go ahead and pull a few cards here and get a little bit of more insight. Clarify the King of Cups. And here's that sense of, remember I said, yeah, let's see. That sense of being refined, sophisticated is right there with the King of Cups. But to clarify him, I have the Empress here. And this is all about being creative, knowing that there's not just one source of creativity. This has been living abundantly in creativity. So this is manifesting more than one dream, more than one idea. You're definitely being led to do that. So for some of you who are sticking to one kind of way and you have two dreams and you have to choose one, this is Spirit's way of saying you don't have to choose one. You can nurture all of them, okay? So very good, very good, very good. Because I know sometimes in life we can kind of feel like, oh, I have to go this way, and if I do this way, I can't do it that way. But that's not the case. Let's see, Spirit is working with you, okay? Yeah, Spirit is working with you, with the Sun card clarifying the Three of the three of Ariel to be able to bring things to the light. And I think that when you're working on this, you start to live a more authentic life. You don't want to go in one direction or the other. You can definitely bring them all in. And it's saying that you can be your truest self. You can do all the things that you want to do if you just work with spirit on that, and do what it is that you love. Okay, results are going to come out of that. Also, it's going to help you to keep the peace in your life when you're actively doing things that make you smile, being creative, having fun, being yourself, being going to that childlike place to where you just created just for the hell of it. Okay, so whatever it is that you want to create, I think that what's going to happen here is something collides. I kind of see something kind of colliding, but I don't see it right now. It's going to be after you worked on something, then you're going to have like an aha moment that kind of brings it all in together. But it's only when you're sitting in that peace and you're having gratitude for where you are, and you're still in that place where you're creating, where you're being abundant and you've been bountiful in your creation. Okay, that's going to come in. Of course, with the King of Cups right here. And with the Empress, it says, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. This is all about going after everything, not just one way that you feel like will be the one way to, that will work, okay? Because you'll be pleasantly surprised at the end when those things come in, okay? Once you set out how it all comes together, all right? And then we're going to go ahead and check out the three of Gabriel here. Clarify the three of Gabriel. All right. To clarify the three of Gabriel, we have the five of Pentacles. So yeah, this is definitely that feeling when as you're waiting on things to come in, you're getting a little like, it's not happening for me. Why is it not happening? Also too, this is saying with this card, with us having the Five of Cups here and us having the Three of Ariel, this is to not be afraid to delegate if you need to. If you need help with something, don't do everything alone. Kind of be honest and be transparent about what it is that you need from other people, especially if you're working on a group project, because you have three. Oh, this is another three. The Empress is a three. So you have 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so this is definitely a team effort. There may be some people around you that can assist you, and maybe you need to come up with some ways that you guys can work together to make things. So this is where you are brainstorming on your solutions and opening up your mind to other ways coming in, to be able to have those things happen for whatever it is that you're having. Don't do everything by yourself. Be sure that you allow others to help you when they can, and that you're speaking up and not being a little stubborn when you need help, or when you need anything to be able to assist you on your path to get to where you're going. Okay. Let's see here. Any last words of advice? Let's see. Pull an energy card here. Let's see these. I'm gonna pull an energy card. This is any kind of message here. So you have this came up with a woman with the heart card, and what I feel like is there may be a particular woman that may be able to help you. It could be a water sign. This could be someone that's like a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer that may be right in your vicinity that we're kind of not asking for help. There's also the Empress here. You could be dealing with the Taurus. A water sign, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, woman or male. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You could be dealing with a Leo right here, okay? Or an Aries. So there is signs all over here, but I'm leaning towards it being a woman that kind of can help out. Someone who's super, super creative. There may be someone who can kind of assist you on that path. This is someone who is highly creative. She's holding her heart in her hands. This is someone who doesn't mind being expressive and creative, which this is the same as that. This is the same as that. So you're definitely around someone who is highly creative. The advice would be to join forces if you can. If there's something, if we're better together, okay? So if that opportunity presents itself, definitely take spirit up on that. And yeah, that is what I have for you guys for group 1. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I'm available for private readings. If you want that, please check out the information down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Thelightchrissy here. Okay, and if you chose group 2, you chose this shell right here. I believe that with this shell, there is this roughness on the outside, but there is something a little bit more delicate on the inside. So this may have something to do with how the spirit wants you to know something about how you're what you're showing the world, what you're showing the outside world, and what you're keeping, how much you're choosing to keep to yourself. But we'll definitely get into it, and I'll see how it all fits in here once I pulled the cards. Okay, so I did pull from the Power Archangel Tarot deck. The first card we have is the Queen of Michael, okay, which is the Queen of Swords. We have the Four of Ralph, which is the Four of Cups. We have the Two of Gabriel, which is the Two of Wands. We have the Gentleness card, okay, which that is what's on the inside. Remember what I just said, okay? That roughness. You have Break the Chain. And we have Look Forward. Sorry, guys. So for this particular person, for people who pick group 2, Spirit's message to you is to definitely do some major healing. I feel like this definitely has something to do with love, or dealing with something where we have where something has failed or is not going as planned. I highly feel like this is kind of like dealing with relationships or dealing with someone else, but it definitely could be something like a job, life, a dream, or something not happening the way that you want it to happen. With the Four of Raphael here, this is where Spirit is kind of looking at you, try to pick up the pieces of something that is not really working out, and not really seeing your opportunities or what you have left. This is just where we're kind of stuck in a sense of dissatisfaction because we keep getting the same thing over and over again. And Spirit wants you to know that it's going to keep on sending you things that match your vibration. So I hate to say it this way, but it's like you have choices to make as far as what you want to bring in. So if you want to bring in the same result, then you kind of can stay the same. But if you want to bring in some different things, you have to start to make some different choices, okay? The Queen of Michael is definitely all about cutting off those things that are unnecessary, that are no longer needed, to be able to stand up for yourself and simplify your life using your logic, okay? And using strategy, okay? Which things that I know that you have, okay? Because you are brilliant, you're self-reliant, you're insightful, okay? You're humorous, use your humor. All right. It says you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than your relationships. Okay. So I have a feeling that that I know, for example, I feel like this is my theory, but there are certain times in life that are like where Spirit makes us work on a particular thing. Sometimes we do them at the same time, so it's not one or the other, but there is a certain point in time to where we have to deal with relationships, and then there's a season in life where we're dealing with more so foundational stuff like work, job, where we're living and things like that, family. And I think that sometimes those things can kind of switch, and it's kind of saying for you to switch gears to be able to kind of get over whatever it is. So if it's some type of relationship or heartbreak, I know it's going to sound weird, but it may be time to make sure that your job is intact. And if it had been like your job or something like that, maybe it may be time to kind of focus on love. So I feel like whatever phase you're in, it's time to kind of shift gears a little bit and move your energy into another direction. With the Two of Gabriel here, it says make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So I think that for some of you, it could be some opportunity that you're missing out there to kind of work with someone to creating something, and it may be a little bit blocked by what it's not coming in the form that we're expecting it to come in, which will make sense because we are kind of being lodged into one of the other. And I think what I said is like you're rooting yourself down into something that is not it's not time for it to be resolved, and then it keeps on giving this thought of dissatisfaction. So what's supposed to happen what's supposed to happen is as you're working on other things, then the energy healing that you need for that one thing happens. But it's almost like when you're running the computer, you know, like you can't or how can I say this, like when your parent is putting a band-aid on you and they tell you to look at the sky and to count to 10 to distract you. This is what Spirit's trying to do to you right now, to be able to help you to get over whatever it is. But you have to make the commitment to be able to change gears, because you have free will. Okay. Yeah, because with the Queen of Michael here, it's trying to definitely get you cut you away from some of the things that you no longer need. And then it's saying seek out other possibilities. So that's exactly that right there. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Okay. So this is saying to step out of your own way, group 2, to be able to get that healing. And then you have Archangel Sandalphon, and this is the card of gentleness. So it says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. So I do believe that, yeah, there is a shift. You need to kind of like uproot yourself out of where you are. Not necessarily move. For some of you, it actually could be a move, but there's a need for you to kind of put yourself and get just enough energy to leave away from whatever the situation is, or that space and that energy of being dissatisfied, and to connect to something that you are kind of happy about, something that you are excited about. I think it may be time to kind of throw yourself into a project, and then it kind of helps you to get over whatever this relationship was. For the most of you, that's what I'm seeing right here. Okay, because it says break the chains. Yeah, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, and it's almost like I just kind of see this person kind of coming out of that cave, coming out of being stuck in whatever that space is, to be a little bit more liberated out here. And then once again, you have this thing that says, look forward. Okay. So this is for group 2. It is just to allow the universe, don't stand in your own way, to get healing from the universe, to be able to move around accordingly so that you can find the healing you need. Okay. So to clarify for for Queen of Michaels, which is the Queen of the Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and definitely this is that new passion I was talking about. This is making a choice to go in a new direction. Okay, the universe is giving you everything you need to be able to take a different approach to your life and kind of recreate your life the way you see fit. Let's see about the Four of Wrath. Okay. Yeah, so I have the Six of Pentacles here, and sometimes when I get the Six of Pentacles, it's always about the flow being kind of clogged. Like, think of like a pipe going, and there's this clog of energy that comes down from the universe. I feel like with this right here, it's saying to put yourself back in the flow, to get yourself back in the flow of giving and receiving. Put yourself back out there, like I was saying with this cave. It keeps you from seeing your opportunities. You have to be able to put yourself out there and give a little to be able to get things back in. You're protected. You're totally protected by Spirit here. As you can see, you see this angel right here that looks amongst those two people. Okay, so yeah, you're being protected. You're being guided. Even when you don't see it, look at this angel back here. Boom, the angels are protecting you, guiding you. They're watching you, okay? But they want you to leave from this and to move more into this right here. And to start being giving. I feel like for some of you, you may have gotten away from being, you may be a little bit skeptical about being nice, opening yourself up to people. But this is saying definitely put yourself back in that flow, okay? Next card here we're going to clarify is the Two of Gabriel. All right. And we have the Justice card here. So yeah, I think that whatever this connection is, it kind of brings this balance back into your life. Choosing this path kind of brings that balance back into your life. Okay, it makes things a little bit right. It fixes karma. So this is definitely what I was saying. Whenever you choose that other path, when you choose to take a time out from whatever it is that you hit a dead wall in, then you can kind of bring that balance into your life. It's just waiting on you to kind of take a different approach to things and to look forward. Okay. Then lastly, we're going to pull from the Energy Oracle deck to see any last advice. Ooh. Angel of love. So for some of you, it totally is relationships. This is Spirit's way of telling you guys to jump on in. You have to put yourself back out there for love. Don't let the heartache or heartbreak of the past put you there. You kind of got to step out of that. The only way to get better, it's almost like when they say when you drink, they say the only way to fight a hangover is to get more. But I'm just playing, don't do that. That's kind of crazy. You learn that somewhere in your 20s. But this is definitely you putting yourself back out there again, because you are being protected for new relationships, to put yourself back out there. I believe that the Spirit wants you to, the lesson is to come back out of that cave, to come out of that space that other people put you in. And this is the Spirit's way of telling you, don't let 1 or 2 or 3 people come into your life, or 3 relationships. You think that it's so many millions, billions of people on this earth. And maybe you've had 3 situations over your lifetime that just kind of didn't pan out, but there's still one more there. There's still an ounce of hope left. And the angels want you to know that they are still guiding you, that there's still more love. Do not give up hope, okay? Don't give up hope. Look forward, look upwards, okay? And be very kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself, because nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is ever personal. So no one ever, they did what they did to you because of where they are, and that's how they treat themselves, okay? So yeah, that, and then we have the the second, I'm sorry, is it the second chakra? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is dealing a little bit with you stepping, yeah, this is kind of that thing with the second chakra. This is about kind of stepping out of being autonomous, stepping out of that space to where you just allow your emotions to rule your life, and then definitely making some type of decision, game plan, course of action of how you're going to get from there, okay? So this is where we don't just sit in our emotions and let them take control over us. This is where we step into our logic, and then we kind of pull ourselves out of that space that we're in, okay? So hopefully this meant something to you guys. Please comment down below and let me know what's going on. Like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. All right, hi guys, Thelightchrissy. For those of you who picked the 3rd shell, this is going to be your reading, okay? I feel like for some of you, there's this, with this shell right here, with these little lines, there's this this back and forth, like this duality of you going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So we'll kind of see what that's about here. I'll put the shell over here. We have cards from the Power Archangel Tarot deck. We have the High Priestess. We have the Magician. We have Solutions, which is Temperance. We have Nurture. We have Keeper of the Earth. And we have Say No. Okay, so for some of you specifically, if you were going into this, if you had a question about should you do something, the answer is kind of no. Well, saying kind of, it says say no. Okay. So yeah, with this person right here, the little bit about that going in and out with the shell I was talking about is these are unbridled masculine energy and feminine energy. And I feel like for you guys, what it is that a lot of times you guys are not especially with the Temperance card here, there needs to be a balance of these, a balance of the dreaming, the daydreaming, the manifesting, the receiving the ideas, the intuition, but also the grounding them. So there needs to make a meeting of the mind. So for some of you, this could be where you receive intuitively or spiritually, you see numbers, you see things, you hear things to know that things are coming, but maybe you don't make any practical decisions or do anything practical to bring those things in or like grounding them. But it's okay, because it's easy to do. You just have to do some grounding techniques, and or you could be doing, there could be the other phase where you just doing a lot but you don't know where to go, and it's saying to combine those two forces together with the Temperance card here, to be able to find more solutions to the problems, your everyday life problems, and also to your kind of like your foundation, okay? So this is where you're making those two powers work within you together. Also, you could be very highly intuitive. So you're someone that can definitely tap into people's energy, what they're feeling, how they're feeling. This is something that needs to be noticed, okay? Also, there needs to be a make sure that that you are trying to keep positivity in your space, because your energy kind of weighs a lot in a room to other people. I can kind of see this with this Temperance card. It says like self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. This is where don't try not to think negatively about other people, because it does affect them whether you believe it or not. And I think for you, it's highly, highly strong. You're the kind of person that everyone feels your energy when you go into a room, whether it's good or bad. So if you're in a bad mood, they feel it. If you're in a good mood, they feel it. So this is to be very mindful of what it is that you put out, because you are a light worker and those are your gifts, and you're responsible for that. With the Keeper of the Earth card right here, it says, yeah, Keeper of the Earth. Yeah, so this is somebody, like how you see these pictures of these people, this person all coming down. This is your higher self. I believe that you're very, very connected to angels in your world. And you probably always have been. Yeah, for sure. With the nurture card right there, but you see how the baby is kind of swaddled. And whenever I get the nurture card, for me, I had this particular experience with this particular card, that this is to be patient and kind with other people, because they kind of are, in spirit's eyes, this is how they look. So this is really funny. I got this card. I haven't got it in a long time, but I had a dream about this card one time to kind of point that out, and I kind of was being a little judgmental of a situation, and they showed me, spirit showed me in a dream that every person is like this. Like every single person is loved this way. So even the person that you think is the most horrible person, the angels still look at that person like that. So it may not be for you to understand, but everybody deserves to be loved. And with you having that connection, they want you to be a little bit in on that information so that you can kind of facilitate that here on earth, which is why it's keepers of the earth. Yeah. So you can facilitate that in for other people as they're here. Okay. So I think that the say no kind of could come in about being, whenever maybe you hear judgments of the person, or you hear people criticizing, this is to say don't join in to be a leader. Yeah, to definitely be a leader. But all this is about mixing these things together. If you saw the regular Temperance card from the Rider-Waite deck, it's an angel pouring 2 cups into each other, and this is taking both of those things and combining them. Okay, you have a 1 and a 2, and when it becomes a 3, it's the Empress. It's all about creating that reality by using both of these abilities. Okay, the ability to think and to bring things in, and the ability to manifest them. Okay, this is also saying that you have all the tools that you need in front of you. Just listen to spirit to see how to do it. Okay, don't try to rely on yourself for that. Okay, you have all of the resources you need. You have all of the instructions you need. It's just time to bring them together. So don't look outside of yourself. Say no to thinking that something is outside of you. These solutions that you need are definitely in front of you. It says it's success that comes from objective compromise. So when we learn to balance these two energies, then we're able to bring about that reality, okay? The Magician says you can manifest the life you want. What you need magically appears, successful beginnings, okay? And then the High Priestess says powerful psychic insight, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, be at peace. So these are both of these things kind of coming together, okay? It says as you nurture a child, you nurture your inner child. Both activities are important for right now, okay? So once again, is that both activities are important, even though that's not in that context for me, it's still saying that both of those things are important to you in this time, okay? To bring you out of a time of chaos with the solutions here. So if you've been having problems and you've been wondering, how am I going to get this stuff that I need? The stuff is going to appear once you connect into the divine blueprint, okay? Because these are all major arcana cards, so it's definitely serious. It's a serious tone to what spirit wants you to know about moving forward. And we're just going to clarify the High Priestess. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands. Good. Clarify the Magician. All right. We have the 8 of Cups. And we're going to clarify solutions or temperance. We have the King of Cups. All right. Give me 1 second. I want to pull a card from the Energy Oracle deck. All right, and 2 wanted to come out. We have the contract, and we have man holding a coin. Okay. Totally with the contract card, I kind of see that yeah, I kind of just feel like there's this like this contract that you have with the universe. I kind of feel like it's a there's this mission that you're on that you are not going to be able to kind of leave from. I'm speaking to definitely like a healer or somebody who's totally like like a leader. Like I feel like I'm talking to a fellow light worker here with both of these cards coming up here, because I see that once again it's like no judgment of other people, and you're able to have that ability to be nurturing to people without any kind of judgment. There's something very, very important with that kind of theme going here. But we'll get into that in a second here. Man. Then we have the man holding a coin. And I don't feel like this is necessarily, this makes you a man or a woman, but this is just the energy. I feel like this is someone who can see their opportunities, okay? Who can scale the situation a little bit clearly. And it's saying to be like this, whenever you get into this place, you're able to see your opportunities right dead in the face, okay? You know when to give, when not to give, because you found the balance between the two, when to do and when not to do, okay? And it's saying that yeah, with this right here, you're doing particularly well with the intuition part. With the intuition part, I believe you're definitely having success with that. So things are definitely coming in. But what it is that that you're kind of walking away, I think, a little bit from the action. Whenever the action doesn't pay off, I kind of see you you walking away, and it's like you're with that moon right there. You kind of lean back into the intuition side. So basically, this is where like you kind of may have a dream, and you're like, huh, it's too hard, so I'd rather daydream about it than to actually do it. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm feeling right there. And it's saying that when you master whatever that fear is, whatever this moon is representing, that subconscious thing that keeps on making you feel like you're not successful, and you get a grasp on that, then the solutions appear. Okay, then you start to see where the opportunities are for you. Okay. For some of you, I just had a feeling of something as I just saw these cards together. Man holding a coin, contract, and no. I think that there may be an opportunity that arises where someone tries to offer you something for less than what it's worth. Maybe it can be a job where they don't try to pay you as much, or like a relationship where you know you deserve better. But this is saying to say no to whatever that offer is, for sure. All right. To know that you are not alone, you are protected. All right. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. So you're definitely here on a mission for your family, for this time, to be able to change some things, to bring in some solutions, okay? Some that are like fair. You're meant to be here to be compassionate for others with the King of Cups here, okay? So definitely highly spiritual person, highly intuitive person right here, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm also available for readings down below. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.